It's a new year. Tina is married. Bola is engaged, and here you are. You don't even have a boyfriend. But for real though, just by the way, I'm single too, so we're all in the same boat. But I just thought I would come and chat with you guys because the pressure to get married or be in a relationship is real. So why don't we just talk about it? Like, let's talk about this. But seriously, it's actually a real struggle. And to be quite frank, I don't really understand the pressure to get married. I think marriage is a beautiful thing, and it's definitely something that I know I want to do down the line. But just thinking about it, I just feel like, especially for women, and I will speak as an African woman because that is my experience, but especially for us African women, you're just kind of brought up and raised to think that there is this natural progression to life. So you go to school, you get a good job, next thing is to get married and then to have kids. And so unconsciously after school, it's just at the back of your mind there that the time is approaching to find someone and to get married. And as I've gotten older, I just realized that life doesn't work out that way. For some people, it does, but for a lot of people, it doesn't. And I think a lot of times we don't really talk about how much this pressure does get to us and how bad it can make us feel, because all of a sudden it feels like if you're a certain age and you're not married, then you've not accomplished anything, and people are kind of looking at you like, okay, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you in a relationship? Why aren't you married at your age? And I think it's really ridiculous, to be quite frank, because at the end of the day, marriage is not a destination. Like, can we actually think about that and understand that marriage is not a destination? As a woman, my marital status does not define me. It does not define my value. We need to stop glorifying marriage as this ultimate accomplishment, as if that is ultimately what is going to make one satisfied or fulfilled. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not to deter anyone from marriage. I think that marriage is a beautiful thing. I want to get married, by the way. But I just think that we need to stop putting so much pressure on women to get married. Like, this is something that is kind of ingrained in us right from a young age. You dream about your wedding, you dream about meeting that guy, you dream about falling in love and all that. And for a lot of us, it's almost like we're just conditioned to desire marriage once we reach a certain level in our lives, that we don't even stop to think about whether it's something we really want. Because frankly, I don't think marriage is for everyone. There are a lot of challenges that come with marriage. There are a lot of things you need to adapt to, a lot of changes you have to go through, that maybe not everyone might want to put up with, and that is okay. And the annoying thing is that a lot of times this pressure comes from our African parents, our African mothers. I'm so glad to say that personally, I haven't experienced that, but I know for some people it's pretty bad. I know of some people that right after college, their mothers are asking them, oh yeah, when are you going to get married? Meanwhile, when you look at a lot of our parents' marriages, most of them are dysfunctional. Some of them are in happy, healthy marriages, but like, if we're being frank, a lot of our African parents are in unhappy marriages, and then they're putting this pressure on their daughters to get married just because they want grandkids and because they want to be able to tell their friends at social gatherings that
this is married though. Yes, so she got married last week. It was such a beautiful wedding. Now she's pregnant, she's expecting her first child.
like, it's ridiculous. And the sadder thing is that a lot of our parents don't even prepare us for marriage. They are putting all this pressure on us to get married, but a lot of them don't even tell us the reality of marriage. They don't tell us the reality of the challenges that you're going to face, the sacrifices that you're going to have to make for the rest of your life. Again, me, I want to get married though, But I just think that a lot of us have unrealistic expectations of what marriage is, and we spend so much time fantasizing about it that we don't even prepare ourselves for it. So my message to the single girl out there is, don't rush into anything. Don't allow the pressure that you're experiencing to push you into a toxic relationship that you know you should not be in. Marriage is a lifetime commitment. It is not something that should be rushed into, and it is not something that should be taken lightly. So take your time. Recognize your single phase for the blessing that it is. It is a blessing and it is not a curse. Yes, I know that sometimes it's hard, sometimes it gets lonely. We all go through those phases. But at the end of the day, this is just a stage in your life that is to prepare you for the next phase of your life. If you're single right now, just take out this time to learn more about yourself. Learn to love yourself, learn to appreciate yourself, learn about your strengths, your weaknesses, figure out how you can improve on those weaknesses. Read books, watch podcasts, talk to married couples, do all that you can to educate yourself on what marriage really entails so that you're sure that you're prepared for it. I can't remember who it was that said it, but I heard somewhere that the major reason for most relationships failing is unmet expectations. And I really think that is true. I think a lot of us have very unrealistic expectations that we place on our partners, and it is really a huge burden to place on someone. And we bring into relationships our personal baggage and all these issues, expecting our partners to just deal with them, expecting them to just understand, sometimes even looking for them to fix our issues. But it is your responsibility to fix yourself. It is your own responsibility to fix your own issues before entering into a relationship, because it is not fair to place that burden on your partner. So now that you're single, enjoy this time, live your life. Pursue your dreams, pursue your passions, whatever it is that you want to do, just focus on that and trust that ultimately God has your back. Trust that God knows what He's doing. Trust that He knows what is best for you and that at the right time, He will connect you with the right person. So that's my quick rant. Thank you guys for watching. I know that there is still a real struggle with being single, but I just hope that this has encouraged you, even if it's just a little bit. If you made it to the end of this video, I love you. Before I let you go, I have a quick announcement. If you guys missed my last video, I'll put it somewhere up here. Basically, in the last video, I talked about setting the right goals for 2021. And I mentioned that in 2021, I'm going to conduct a little experiment to see how much I can change my life by the end of the year. So at the end of every month, I will post a video on here sharing with you guys what my goal was for the month, how I accomplished it or whether or not I did, what lessons I learned, and what I feel might be helpful to you guys to accomplish your goals in 2021. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to watch my daily progress on my goals each month, then follow me on TikTok or on Instagram. So yeah, that is it for today. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye.